Well, it looks like our Dinner with Elders folks are coming back in. We got the participant numbers going up. Did you guys have a nice chat? Did you get all the wisdom you need for the rest of your life? Just grab that wisdom, right, Jay?
Absolutely. It was thick. It was thick and high.
Oh man, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, the spiritual atmosphere was just so.
Man, wish there was like a drive-by window I could go up to. Just order a 6-piece of that. Renee's saying it was too short. I bet. Speaking of beignets, I wonder where that Donnie guy is. Anybody seen him? Hey, Rashawn, you know where Donnie is? He's supposed to be emceeing, but I feel like
last time I saw him, he was hitchhiking.
Oh, hitchhiking.
He's trying to come back.
Was that Donnie?
He was gonna get some fiber.
Hey, Donnie. Donnie, you're getting ready for the next thing, right? Donnie. Hey, Donnie, you got your webcam pointing the wrong direction.
I get it.
Oh, all right, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I had to look up something real quick, Hillary.
So let's hear the dad jokes.
So hopefully you guys didn't see anything, but yeah, that was invasion of privacy into my private life. So, dad jokes? You mean like how I'm on a seafood diet where if I see food, I eat it? that good? Straight on, like from page 10.
That worked for me.
Yeah, and did you know that it takes guts to be an organ donor?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Luke liked that one, so thank you. I have like a whole book full that I wrote literally, so just kidding. Thanks for that video and shaming me. So not only do I not get paid to MC, they make fun of me too. So yeah, I have the best job so far. It's all good and fun though. Glad you guys could come back for our evening session. We'll have a really good evening session tonight. But I think we're gonna start off with a song, and I'll let.
That's right. We got James Soos representing. James, you on the line here? We got representing Choctaw country. He's gonna share a Choctaw prayer song for us to just open up our time together.
Jimmy.
CLACO. We can spotlight.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? My name is James Soos. My Cherokee name is Crying Buffalo. Hello, so that's my Choctaw name, Crying Buffalo. So this is going to be a Choctaw prayer song. We sing it for just blessings and prayers for everybody. So I'll start. Jehovah Chaka, chestnut of Tiba, Ama Bilbasha, Sima Husis. Jehovah Chaka, chestnut of Tiba, Ama Bilbasha, Sima Husisami Amano Maka O Klikcho Chaya Anele Sima Husasi Jehovah Chaka Chestnut Tiba Ano Bilbasha Sima Husisami Amano Mata, O Greek Chaya, Ameliho, Zimahu Sis, Jehovah Chaka, Chestnut Otiva, Ano Bilbasha, Zimahu Sis, Amano Mata, O Greek Chaya, Aneliho, Zimahu Sis, Oh.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that song. Let's all snap or clap or reaction for that time to open our session tonight. Thank you very much, brother, for that. You're wearing the wrong sweatshirt, though. Should be Lakers. NBA champs, LeBron. All right, thanks for opening that song. And yeah, I think Rashawn was there in the background dancing for our pleasure. So yeah, so tonight we're gonna start off our evening with another video, and producers will cue it up, of tonight's speaker.
Hello. Hey, yo, what's up, all you good people out there? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that. I was just practicing my little robot moves, in a better place than, right now here with you guys, virtually. Gotta do what you gotta do. But, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to present and speak to you good people there watching. As Native people, as Indigenous people, we always open up our time together, in a good way. That is through song or, through prayer, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and offer a prayer for our time online, virtually right now. And I'm going to say a prayer in the Apsalagat language. This language is probably, thousands of years old. If I had a coin, if I had a coin up here and I say, hey, this coin is 1,000 years old, some of us would be like, oh, wow, that's amazing. That's worth something, But we don't even look at our own indigenous, people, cultures, and language, in the same perspective. So let's pray. Akbartia babit gajem balay lagosh. Disesha homuk. Bapta chesh telasa chesh bachwik. Bilik balay wahamik karikta. Bawachajish dik. Alichesh kogata balay Allah. Ek bawachesh yaram chijujelak. Amalabashkulak konakosh. Hoho isya inawabe. Bilgi wilak bawai hadi bihachili bikyo. Akelele ishtagolak ishbabidolak ishbilakbagolak. Agi bilakbaga. Awishbawata alinne konmawata. Balay sala balay lagosh. Aho. All right. Thank you all for your respect. Appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and do this other custom. We have a custom as an indigenous people. A lot of tribes, there's over 600 different tribes in the U.S. alone, and each one of them are different languages, dances, and customs. But this custom is practiced a lot with a lot of tribes. It's called the practice of smudging. So we can't be together, in person, physically, but we are together virtually. So I'm going to offer this virtual smudge. And if you don't know what a smudge is, it is when we use our medicines, whether it be cedar, sweetgrass, sage, or whatever medicines that we use as Native people. And we burn that medicine, and the smoke, we use it to bless, to bless ourselves and bless the people in that way. So wherever you are, just, I'm going to send that virtual smoke, that virtual smudge to you. And wherever you are, you just take that blessing, in a good way, in a prayerful way. So thank you. So as I said, this is a custom practice by many tribes, and we can't be physically together, but we can be together virtually. And so wherever you are, you just take this smudge, this virtual smudge. Oh. So as I said, wherever you are, you kind of put that over your body and your spirit, and over your heart, and that is one of the customs that we, as Native people, indigenous people, practice, called smudging. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself in the Apsalaga language. I say, Shoudaje, Balaja, Weage Machlahuk, Biashichirik, Nababa Itchik. What's up, my good people? My name is Christian Parrish, takes the gun, a.k.a. Supaman. Come from the Apsalaga Nation in Montana, or the Crow Nation is the mistranslation of our people. My Apsalaga name is Weage Machla, which means good fortune on Mother Earth. My clan is the Yashichira, which is the Bigalaj clan. So I am a flute player, I am a fancy dancer. I am a hip-hop artist, believe it or not. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I got 3 beautiful kids and 2 ugly ones. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Practicing comedian, man. I'll be here all week. But I'm going to go ahead and offer this flute song. As I'm playing this flute song, I want all you people out there to think about what you are thankful for, all right? Think about what you're thankful for as I play this flute here. Just feel that good vibe, that good frequency. All right, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Yeah. Oh, almost put you guys to sleep, huh? Wake up, man. It's time to get up. Hey, so what were you thinking about, man? Me, myself, I was thinking about just being alive, being able to enjoy this human experience, for the short time that we have together. And also being thankful that you are, connecting with me right now. We get to share this Mother Earth, at this time in history, together. So, that makes us family, that makes us that we're all connected in that way. I'm also thankful, for my beautiful wife, my beautiful kids, and family. Family is probably one of the most amazing things in my life. Most important, just to be blessed, just have food in the fridge, have a home, things like that. I'm pretty sure all of you out there got pretty much the same things to be thankful for, and that's what it's all about. So, I was saying, we always start off, in a good way, through different customs and things like that. I also, I wasn't able to, get in my outfit and dance right here, with the the beautiful background or whatever. But I wanted to share this video with you of me dancing. So as I said, I'm a men's fancy dancer. I participate in powwow culture. If you know what a powwow is more universal native culture nowadays. You used to be able to go to a powwow and see a jingle dress dancer. Oh, she's Mille Lacs. Or you see northern tradition, it was always Lakota. The different tribes had significant dances. I mean, it's still that way, but more so now in 2020, there's a lot of adopting going on within the powwow culture, which is accepted, and it's a good thing, for people to connect in that way. And so I started as a Badawela Soul, which is a Crow traditional hot dancer or prayer dance, and then I adopted the style called men's fancy. And men's fancy is probably one of the most contemporary styles of powwow culture, which originated in Oklahoma. I'm from Montana, so it's an adopted style. And I was told that the dances come from come from the crazy dance or the horse dance. Back in the day, they had a storm was coming and these horses were in the corral, and these two brothers jumped in that corral. They started dancing with the horses, lifting their knees high, like the horses were doing, to calm them down. And the women said, "Hey, what are you guys doing over there? Quit doing that crazy dance. Quit doing that horse dance," they said, And so that is where this style originated, called the men's fancy dance. And they had there's other stories as well. That is one of them. Another one comes from the Buffalo Bill Wild West show. Back in the day, they had this guy named Buffalo Bill. If anybody ever heard of him, you see, where you're sitting. We have this thing called colonization. The atrocities that was done to the indigenous inhabitants of this country. And so wherever you're sitting, that floor that you're sitting on, that carpet or maybe that tile, whatever, you pass that floor, you get to the concrete, the foundation of the building or wherever you're at, your home. And and then you pass that, you get to the dirt, you get to the soil. And that's not ordinary dirt, that's not ordinary soil. That is the dust of the blood and the bones of Native people. This country was founded on the genocide of its indigenous inhabitants. There was policies and all kinds of, things put in place to eradicate the indigenous people off of the face of the earth, So if you are Native, if you are indigenous, man, you are a blessing. Every breath that you take is in defiance to a system that wanted you off of the face of the earth. So you are a blessing. We thank you for being here, sharing this earth with us all. So it's a good thing, man. Let's give all them indigenous people a round of applause. Yes, that's what it's all about. So anyways, it brings me back to Buffalo Bill, man. He was a part of this this colonization, this genocide, and they said, let's get rid of their food source, kill all these buffalo. So bam, 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 he started going on a rampage, man. That's how he got his name, killing all these buffalo. And so anyways, he had a show called the Buffalo Bill Wild West show, where they had some dancers on there who were traditional, and then they kind of created this dance called the men's fancy dance. It was kind of for the people, for the show. And people really enjoyed it, and the natives who participate in that kind of kept that dance going as well, until where it spread throughout powwow culture to where now you see me and Upsala guy from Montana dancing the style that comes from Oklahoma, So natives were always adopting, we're always, innovative. We're creative in that way, which is amazing, And so I'm going to share this video, since I can't dance, I'm going to share this video with you good people. The values that come along with powwow culture I was taught by my grandpa. His name was Frank Tankstagun. He said, if you want to come out to the circle and dance, he said, that's good. He said, we don't come out here just to look all cool, try to win some money, because there's a lot of competition nowadays in powwow culture. He said, that is not why we dance. He said, we come out to the circle to dance for the people who are watching, the spectators. Some of them out there, they can't dance. They might be, in wheelchairs or unable to come out to the circle physically. Some of them may be, sick in their bodies, and they need a healing. He said, you dance for them. Some of them may have lost a loved one, and their hearts are heavy. He said, you dance for them. He said, make sure your heart is in a good place when you dance, because the people watch you and they can see your heart through your dance. And if it is in a good place, then their spirit is uplifted and healing takes place amongst the people. So those are the values that I was taught about powwow culture, about dancing. And so I'm going to share this video with you. It's not really powwow, it's a contemporary style of music, but I made this song, and I didn't make this song, I made this video, and I'm dancing in White Sands in New Mexico, and one of my friends, she created this song called Skyworld, and it's really great song, blessing a lot of people. This video that you're about to watch has 20 million views on Facebook, man. 20 million views, that's a whole lot. So very powerful. So check this out. It's called Skyward. Kanikula de wa
dana yeti yalak ne loana do hikso de yeti no wala do ne akwe ku skana akahak ne kalu yage lono. Let's put our minds together as one and remember the ones who passed on to the sky world. Their life duties are complete, they are living peacefully in the sky world, in the sky world. Ayo-ho-e-ya, we-hana-yo-ho-e-ya, hey-yo, hayo, hayo-ho-e-ya, hana-yo-ho-e-ya, hey, hayo, hayo-ho-e-ya, hana-yo, hayo-ho-e-ya, yo-ho-e-ya, hana-yo-ho-e-ya, hey.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful work of art, right there, man. It wasn't very fast, but I was pretty smooth. Hey, yeah. But that is fancy dancing. That's contemporary, though. That's not a fancy dance song or whatever. There's something very contemporary. So I want to go ahead. Natives, I was telling you, man, we're always innovative. We're always being creative and things like that. And so, as I said, I am a hip hop artist, and I'm going to share some hip hop music with you, wonderful people, man. I don't know what it's going to sound like. We're just going to kind of make it up as we go. Check it out. Sound good to me. Oh, yeah. Sound good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, check it out, yeah. Hey, say what, yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. I murder a rhyme with word at a time. You never heard of a mind just deserving to shine. I'm still searching to find the passion and thirst. So I'm blasting this verse till I'm in the back of a hearse. They massacre Earth. Hates major, they rape nature, chasing paper. So I rap tight, snatch mics like a space invader. The Cape Crusader, that's real hip hop, son. You know you taste the flavor, but it ain't about that. Forget you, who spits the dopest, who gets noticed. Trying to get these kids to focus and let them know it's not hopeless. And if you don't like my flow, bro, ayo, I'll give you roses. You can step to me, I'm walking in my destiny. Every breath a miracle, this is spiritual weaponry. You can't stop the legacy created, still blessing me. You see we know better, got these eagle feathers protecting me. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. I snatch mics like a bear trap. Wear slacks, letting suckers know I'm up and crow. Now where's that? I tear tracks, the roughest flow, the rare raps. Untouchable, right in the buffalo bareback. I scare cats, they say he beat Bo when he's spitting. This is for the one with a TP Poe in their kitchen. And I can't forget my greasy face cousins and all the girls who used to have an easy bake oven. I see these fakes coming, so I'm dropping bombs when I rock a song coming through 80 like the Octomom. I step to my enemies, repping the remedy. Told a man with amnesia not to forget to remember me. I spray balls and tell rap nerds they flow is all the same like Ray's car spelled backwards. You rap whack, you get slap wearing the backpack, playing blackjack with Jack Black, and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up, come on. Hey, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Round of applause, man. Yeah. Look at your neighbor sitting next to you and say, he's all right. He's all right. My cousin could rap better than him. Hey, yeah, that stuff right there. But, yo, that was native hip-hop right there, man. You see, adding little drums, little flutes, and trying to keep it indigenous, innovative and creative. So, you see, I never used to do that, man. I never used to put the two cultures together. I did hip-hop for so many years, man, and I never added native singing or, any of the culture because I thought, you just don't do that, man. In our culture, the Apsalaga people, all of our songs come from spirituality, and they're said to be gifts from the wind, the element of wind. And so when you receive that, it's always in prayer, and so to just throw that in with hip hop, man, it's like, yo, you don't do that, you just don't do that. So I never did it. I always thought, that was wrong. So I never did it. So how you see it, nowadays, I'll tell you the quick story of how it became to be. I was dancing, you saw the fancy dance there. I was dancing in MSU Bozeman, and it was Native American Heritage Day. We presented culture. People were doing different presentations, and we did the dancing, the powwow culture, and I talked about the history of the dance and the values and things like that, and then we danced. We got done with our dance, and we went off to the stage, and the lady, she comes over, one of my relatives, she came over and she goes, hey, you guys rap, don't you? Why don't you? And we're like, yeah. So why don't you rap for all these kids? There was a bunch of kids there, a bunch of students. And we're like, yeah, sure, man, we can. She's like, all right, that's great. Our other presenter didn't show up, just finish it off. I was like, all right, cool. So we started walking back to our vehicle to go change, from our regalia, our native, outfits to, hip-hop or hip-hop clothes or, whatever. And she goes, where are you going? Where are you going? We're like, oh, we're going to go change and then we'll come back. She goes, no, we need you to go on, right now. Just finish it off, And we're like, we're in our outfits. And, she's like, yeah, just go for it. And I looked at my nephew, and he was in his traditional outfit, and I was like, and he's like, let's just do it so we can go eat, man. I was like, all right. So, we got up there, on a whim, just like an impulsive kind of placed in that position. And we got up there, we're in our outfits. Yo, put your hands up, And we started rocking out, and everybody's like, what the heck is this? What's going on here? It was something different. It was something unique in that moment, that nobody really had had done. And we did a couple songs. We got done, we went off stage, and then I saw one of our elders, coming over. He was walking over, and I was like, oh no. It's like, man, this guy's gonna get mad at us, man. We should have never did that, man. What's wrong with us, man? What am I gonna say? How am I gonna respond, to this scolding from our elders? And I was thinking of my response. And as he got closer to us, he took his hat off and he extended his hand. He said, "Grandson," he said, "I want to shake your hand." He said, "That was pretty powerful what you boys just did." He said, "You got up there and showed all these people you were proud to be Upsalaga, proud to be native, and you knew the history of the dances, the values, and you're good dancers. Then you spoke the language of those young people out there, which was hip-hop, which was rap, and they listened to you because of it. Then I heard you had something positive to say. I heard you talking about being a good husband, being drug and alcohol free, being a father." He said, "That's powerful. You boys keep doing that. Keep it up." He said, "Our young people, they're dying. They're committing suicide. They're on drugs. They're on alcohol. We're losing our culture. We're losing our language. Anything you do to reach them with good intentions in your heart," he said, "it's worth it. It's worth doing it. Keep that up. Keep that up, boys. It's good." And so right there was the moment we were like, oh man, all right, it is a good thing. It's good to reach the people who are listening, to reach our own people, our native people who are hurting, And so that's when my mind changed. My mind changed. My heart changed as well, and I had more confidence in putting the cultures together. I know it's a delicate thing, but I believed in what he said. He said, as long as you have good intentions and you're doing it with, you're having a positive message, go for it. So that's what I've been doing, and it's definitely opened my eyes and my heart, and being open to seeing people touched by the power of music and culture and the infusion in that way. And so after that, man, I created this music video. This video started going viral. It's basically my identity as a human being, in 2020. Or during that time, I made the video, and it's me, my culture. I'm doing hip hop, I'm praying and things like that. So people were sharing this video all over the place, man, all over the world, and a lot of celebrities were sharing it, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and just, all kinds of cool people. So anyways, this song is called the Prayer Loop Song. Check it out.
the ones listening right now, struggling, feel like giving it right now. I pray for you, pray that you come back home. I pray that you understand that you're never alone. I pray for the single mothers and the deadbeat dads. Drop the kids off and go party gets me mad. So I pray for peace and pray for change. Keep on praying when everything stays the same. And I pray for the pastors and all of the churches and those who cry like song following hearses. I pray for you, pray for the sick and the poor. Pray for the rich man who don't give to the Lord. And I pray for wisdom and I pray for power. And I pray for be ready in the final hour. And I pray for those who keep judging ministry. And I pray for my friends and my enemies. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Can somebody help me up? Who?
Can somebody help me up? Yo, help that guy up, man. Get up, man. Get that guy up. Hey. So yeah, that's the Prelude song. As you saw, man, there's a lot of elements, man, to that. A lot of pieces to that song right there. Very powerful piece. And so after that, we started, a lot of things started happening for me, as an indigenous artist. I started getting booked more and being, talk about the story and talk about being drug and alcohol free, spreading those good messages and things like that. So as I said, Native people, man, that's us right there. We're doctors, we're lawyers, man, we're hip hop artists, man, we're all over the map. And that's one of the narratives, that we're trying to change, because Hollywood has done us in, man. Hollywood has done us in. They're always looking at Native people as in the past and they're living in teepees, and there's just all these stereotypes. I mean, it's 2020 and we just now got rid of the Redskins name, the R word. And so that's a good thing. That itself tells you the amount of work, the amount of work that still has to be done, for people, for Native people, indigenous rights and things like that. We're still working towards those equity, equality, and things like that. And so anyways, step in the right direction, and we keep going, we keep moving in a good way. So making music and things like that, man, people reached out to me. I had an individual call me up, man. He's like, hey, bro, what's up, man? I saw your video. It was dope, man. I like it, man. I was like, yo, who's this? He's like, yo, this is Taboo. It's like, Taboo from who? He's like, Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas. I was like, yo, what? Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas, man? This guy's calling me? What the heck, man? This guy's, multi-Grammy award winning, Super Bowl halftime performing, multi-platinum worldwide artist, man. This guy's calling me from the Crow Reservation, in Montana. And he's just like giving me props, man, and just, he was telling me about the project he was doing for Standing Rock, during that time. Water is Life, the movement that started by the young people over there. He said, hey, man, I want you to do this song with me called Stand Up for Standing Rock. And he said, we got some other artists on there. And he said, I want you to rap in your language on that. I was like, yo, man, that would be amazing. So we made this song called Stand Up for Standing Rock. And next thing you know, MTV saw that video. We made a video and everything. We put it out. It's not for sale. You can't buy this song. It's just our contribution as artists. We put that out, man, and MTV saw it and they said, yo, we're going to nominate this for MTV VMA Award, man. So we got nominated for the MTV VMAs. So we go to the VMAs, man. We go down to LA. I wore my family's war bonnet. I wore, the beaded cuffs that my wife made me, my moccasin, took my people with me. Took all Native people, took anybody who ever had a dream in life, So we went to the VMAs and walked on that red carpet. On this side of me, there's this girl. Her name was Cardi B. Hey, yeah, bam, Cardi B right there, man. On the side of me, there was this guy named DJ Khaled, another one. We the best music, he's just right there. Then this little short guy walks right in front of me, man. I looked at him, man, that's Kendrick Lamar, man. I'm taller than this guy. So all these people were there, man, and then us, we were there. Some indigenous people, indigenous artists representing that water is life. And at the end of the night, they said, we're going to give this award to all the artists. And we won the MTV VMA Award. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Clap your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moon Man. Yeah, we won the VMAs, man. So an amazing feat. Amazing feat as artists. That's every artist's dream come true, to be kind of like recognized and get an award like that. And it's just amazing to be on that kind of platform and see all the the superstars, so to speak. And I came home, after winning the award, came home, and my wife and my kids, ran up to me, gave me hugs. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you, Dad, and things like that. And bam, just like, yo, that was the real award, to come home and just to know that my family was proud of me was worth more than any award, any VMA, or any amount of money, in the world. Just to know my family was proud of me for making positive choices in my life, doing something positive in my life. They were proud of me for doing that. And that was a realization for me as an artist, as a human being, really. I realized what has value in my life. Was it fame and fortune, money, and, like notoriety, or was it the simple things of family and having people you love, and it was family. Family is the most important thing I could say. So if you got people, man, if you're watching this, you got people that love you and care about you, you're rich and successful, man. You got it all. You got it made, man. Cultivate that relationship, because that's the most important thing in life, is time spent with the people you love and the people that love you. That is the most important thing right there in life. So I just wanted to share that with you good people, man. And so with that, I'd like to thank you guys for listening out there in virtual world, man. Thank you for having me. Continue on in a good way. Turn to your neighbor if you're with your family or somebody who don't have the virus. Give them a hug. Hey. Yeah. Turn to your other neighbor on the other side. Give them a hug and say, I love you. Yeah. And that's what it's all about right there. Hey, yo. I am Supaman. Thank you guys for listening. We always open up in a good way, and we always close in a good way, and that is through prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and offer this prayer for my time here, and let's pray. This is for the one who's barely hanging on. Got bills to pay, real life, pain is strong. Don't got enough money, don't have enough faith. Every time you make good, you always make mistakes. Nobody really knows how you feel inside. And you pray for your family, but still they died. Still they cried. Why is the question? Why are we here? What's the meaning of life? Throughout the years, you pray for your loved ones, but they never change. Seems like it's in vain, still staying the same. Still drinking, still telling you lies while you strive to survive, working hard on your 9 to 5. Just keep hope alive, just as long as you can. It's on its way today. That's a part of the plan. Don't give up. Hold on, endure to the end. He told me to tell you that the truth is within. Thank you guys for listening. I am Supaman. Have a blessed day.
All right. Well, I was going to introduce Superman, but he already did that with all his awards and his not so good looking kids. So we'll actually have Superman here today, but I'll do a real quick introduction again. He's already talked, so his name is Superman, otherwise known as Christian Takes the Gun Parrish. He's a Native American dancer, as you've seen, innovative hip hop artist who's dedicated his pretty much life to empowering and spreading the message of hope, pride, and resilience through his original art form. He's, as you said already, he's from the Absolute Nation, winner of the 2017 MTV VMA for Best Fight Against the System. Very important, his work behind No DAPL and Through the Water is Life. what's happening there in Standing Rock. It's a very important backing to have people like Supaman be there. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, where I actually follow him there. So if you haven't done that already, make sure you hit up IG and type in Supaman. You can see more of his work and his talents that he uses to motivate, encourage, and inspire others, especially the youth, through his art forms, his dance and hip hop music. He's standing at the forefront of all his peers and contemporaries, has given him a platform to be able to educate and to talk about indigenous issues. So is there anything else I should add, Christian or Supaman? What do you like to be called?
Chris is good. Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm cool now. So like I can call him Chris. All right. So anything else you want to share about where you're from or your family? Introduce your family.
Yeah, we're just I'm from Crow Agency, Montana, Crow Nation. We have I think there's 7 or 8 tribes here in the state, and so our land we have about 2 million acres of our reservation. And as far as our spirituality, we have there's probably a believer, in Christ, one in every family at least, so they're very spiritual people, as all indigenous people, we're all spiritual. But yeah, I'm glad you guys got to see the presentation there and the music and things like that. And if you have any questions or whatever you wanted to ask Donnie, I'm just open.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you guys have questions, just feel free to put in the chat. I think there's already one there. But before that, I just want to thank you, Chris, for all your work and your dedication to your craft. It's pretty amazing. And I remember reading about you and how you would think you were working for something, and you would do your raps, and then people would kind of make fun of you or kind of make you feel bad for doing what you're doing. So I guess my question to you is how did you overcome that, or how did you find that strength or encouragement to just push forward, even though people were pushing you back or even saying you couldn't do that?
Yeah, definitely. Good question. So it was just when it came to hip hop, I was just really dedicated. I just really enjoyed the culture of it, what the MCs talked about, and we could relate to it, as natives, because they were talking about oppression, things like that. And I was like, yo, these guys are talking about us too, so we a lot of natives were kind of drawn, to the culture of hip hop because of that. And so when we started, performing and writing, I think I just had so much passion, and I believed in myself, and I believed that I could do it. And so it was actually on a fire, I was firefighting. I was on a hotshot crew. When we had downtime, I would sit there, write rhymes, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" These guys, and I was like, "I'm just writing some rhymes." They're like, nobody wants to hear native rap, nobody wants to hear Indians rap, that they kind of clown me that way. And I was like, it's all good, it's okay. And I just, I stayed dedicated. I believed in myself. I believed where I was going, and I believed that what I was doing, had purpose. And so, like anybody out there, man, as long as you have that purpose of doing something good to impact others, in a good way, I think, man, just don't let anybody say anything about you, and just believe in yourself, and the doors will open. Opportunities will come your way as long as you stay dedicated and faithful.
Good words, definitely. And thanks for sharing your video too. That seems like a more recent video that you've been shooting. So yeah, the one I didn't want to tell you, but when you were dancing at White Sands, I think you missed a step or two.
Yeah.
You have to go back and do the whole thing. So yeah, it's not good now.
This guy didn't win.
Yeah, so anybody else? So if I saw, everyone else saw it, right? And he missed the final step on that fancy dance.
Step, yeah.
Yeah. So someone had a question, I think, from Monica. She asked about questions about your regalia. Who made it?
Oh yeah, the beadwork that you see me wearing, my wife and my daughter, they actually, put their heart and soul, into my outfit. So when somebody wants to dance in our tribe, it's a big thing, everybody comes together. Oh, they want to dance, and grandmas and aunties and everybody, comes together, and they contribute, to the dancing. And so my wife and my daughter, I'm blessed to be able to share that with anybody who asks, who made you beadwork? Oh, my wife, my daughter, she made this, my medallions and things like that. And so yeah, it's an honor. So wherever I go, I'm not alone. When I got to travel by myself and I put my outfit on, it's like, I'm not alone. My family is with me still.
Nice. That's really cool that your wife was able to do that. So inside your Bogart, does it say something like, make sure to thank your wife? So you
Oh yeah, when I look at
remember,
it,
yeah. She's putting in their hidden messages like, you better thank me too.
yeah.
For all that work. Yeah, because beating's not easy. I'm sure that didn't take, a short amount of time. That must have taken a long time to do all that. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. Yeah, they're dedicated. My daughter's Crow name too. Her Apsalogan name is Bonusjazichish, which means one who likes to bead. So it's always good to see your kids live up to their native names.
Yeah, I don't have a native name except maybe get out of the way or go sit over there. Yeah, that's I live up to my name. Stop laughing too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Hillary had another question. She said, how do you stay dedicated to your craft amidst financial struggles? Can you talk about how you deal with the starving artist dilemma that many people who feel drawn to the arts worry about?
For sure. So there's always that element of business, when it comes to the arts. I've been doing this for years and years, and it was just always flowing. When you start off, you do it for the love and the dedication, passion, and somebody invites you, hey, and they shake your hand, hey, have a good time, we'll see you next time, and you don't get nothing, and you just so passionate. Then along the way, you learn the business side of it, and you kind of adjust, and just kind of learn along the way. And so when the pandemic hit, during this time, I was on tour, man. I had like 20 dates, to go, and they're like, nope, it's over, man. Everybody called. They're like, oh, pandemic, so I'm sorry. We'll work on it some other time. And so that was kind of, I didn't really panic because it's actually something I've been kind of praying about. I wanted to be home because, as I said, dedicating your life to this work, I kind of conditioned myself to say yes to so much things, and I'm constantly going. It's almost like res mentality. You think you're just going to go broke, you're kind of in fear. And so you're always hustling. And so my prayer was like, man, I want to spend time at home. I want to be home with my family, spend time with my kids, my wife, and it was always in the back of my mind. Okay, after this tour, I'm going to stay home for a whole year. I ain't going to do nothing, So this kind of forced me into that situation, which was a huge blessing for me. I was able just to relax, and chill out. And my prayer, to God was like, I know you'll provide, you've always provided for my family. And it kind of just went in that direction. Hey, like this, we're virtual, we're connecting virtually. So the presentations turned virtual, things like that. And along the way also, I don't just do business like this, like performances. I've had other skills, I guess you can say. I make beats, produce, there's the selling of music, there's graphic design, videography, I just kind of learned all these things to help my craft move forward. And then along the way, you learn that other people need these things too, and they're willing to pay. So it's good.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful especially for the young ones that might be wanting to pursue that same route. And it sounds like faith played a pretty big role in that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like every step of the way, like you gotta put your trust, in God and know that He's not gonna let you down, like all your dedication, and you just gotta gotta let go of that and just trust God that He'll make a way, and He always does.
Yeah, God will provide even through commodity, right? There's always that cheese ready for.
Got that cheese, $10, man, $10, man. God made that happen.
So you didn't starve completely. Yeah. I don't see another question, but one thing I wanted to ask you to share with us. I remember hearing you on Native American Calling Radio about probably like 2-3 years ago. You did an interview with them, and you shared about the song you wrote called "Best Friends." Producer Nick, can you share just a snippet of his song? It should have been queued up. So, if Nick can hear me, or
sabotaging me.
Yeah, see, there's a problem with Zoom and stuff like this. Working on it. I told him to queue it up like 2 hours ago. Oh, by the way, yeah, we bought a bunch of your swag, but I was going to ask you why you sent it so late. I ordered it 2 weeks ago and it's sent on Tuesday. So.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Don't be afraid. I'll be right here. to help show you the way. Feel my touch, let it warm your soul. A love that's forever, a love that's pure gold.
That's awesome. Thanks, Nick. Giving us that bit there. That's on Spotify, so if you guys want to know, you can just look up Supaman Spotify. He's there. But I was wondering if you could share with us kind of that story of that song. To me, it's very touching. So I just wanted to have everyone hear that story.
Yeah, you did. So, so that is not hip hop. What you heard. It was like singing. Something totally different. It's way out of my comfort zone. And so, how that song came about is I was flying to Portland, Oregon, for a presentation, show. And man, it was wicked, man. The plane was just like, it was a wicked storm, man. I mean, it was bouncing around. It seems like, when you go through turbulence, it's over, and you're smooth again. But this lasted for maybe a half hour. Just, you could see the wings like this. You could hear the engine. You could see outside was dark. It was just terror, just pure terror. And people, like the luggage was coming out. And, the oxygen, and just like people were crying, like puking, sick. And there's couples holding each other, people were praying. It was just, like the movies, man. It was like that. And I was just holding on to my chair like this. And I was just like praying, I was just praying. And we're trying to land, and I was just like, man, I'm going to die, And I wasn't at peace. I wasn't at peace in that moment. I was mad. I was angry. I said, God, I said, I can't die like this. I got stuff to do. I got, I got vision. I got a lot of things to do. My kids, I said, God, I can't die like this. Don't let me die like this. And we're just bouncing around, going. I thought we're going to land. I was looking down, see the buildings in the thing, and it's just total terror, just total terror. And all of a sudden we're getting ready to land, but we're like this, I was like, you saw some of those videos online where the plane is flipping up and down. I thought it was going to be like that. And then all of a sudden we go back up. We don't even land. We go back into the air, and we're just bouncing around for another, 10 minutes or so. And then finally you hear the pilot get on, and he's like, I'm so sorry. We weren't able to land in Portland. We're going to Seattle, and he was shook up, man. The pilot was shook, and we smoothed out finally, and we made it to Seattle. And it's just, everybody was crying. It was horrible. I called my wife, I was like, I love you. I love you guys. I called my daughter, and just my son. I love you guys, and that was all that mattered, in those moments of whatever, is that love. And after that, I came home. It just puts you in perspective, puts it in perspective. And I thought, man, if I ever check out, if I ever go, I'm going to make this song, I'm going to make this song for them, just so they'll have, And so I created that song called Best Friend. It's for all of them. They're all, my best friends. That's the story.
Yeah, when I heard that, that's kind of what made you kind of sing kind of more of almost like a country western type.
Yeah, it's like, the guitar melody and everything, harmonized it.
Yeah, still sounds pretty good. So yeah, that's good. You definitely have a lot of talent. So any more last questions? If not, we have a lot of your swag to give. I think I have like one more sweater or something. So Chris, if you don't mind just choosing someone at random, they'll receive some of your swag.
Okay, I'm just gonna scroll up, and I'm just gonna.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna just pick somebody random here. Let's give it a shot. Here you go. Bam, right there. How do you say that name? Kamalina. Is that it? Is that how you say it?
Who's that?
Kamalani.
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 Kamalani. Oh, Kamalani is
Kamalani.
The lucky winner. All right. Good job. So she better thank you later.
Yeah.
Last question I received privately is they want to know kind of a little bit about your faith story and walking the Jesus way.
For sure. So my faith coming to, I'll tell you the short version. My dad passed away when I was 10 years old, and at that time, my mom was struggling with addiction as well. And when my dad passed, she made it up, to quit, and she never drank alcohol ever again. Didn't do that. And she started going, what was her strength was her faith. She started going to church, when she was just a little girl and stuff like that, but her faith got really strong, and she took us to church, and we went to church. And I think I was 12 years old at that time, and we were in the church and standing there listening to the preacher. He's Upsaluga as well, and he's preaching in Crow and English, and he's just like building up this energy, and they got the band there, and he's like, he has this cup of oil, this olive oil, and then he's on the mic, and they're, he's like, I want everybody in this place, on the count of 3, I want you to shout Jesus, and the energies, just through the roof. Everybody's just like, yeah, and he's like, 1, and my brother was on side of me, and my mom was on this side, and just, my spirit and just the energy of like, wow, this is amazing. And then he said 2, and then, and he's like 3. And when he said 3, he took that cup and he threw it out to the crowd, and drops went. And I don't know what it was, but like a drop just hit me like right on the forehead. And it was like electricity, and just everybody in that church was like electric, like they were getting shocked, man, like by Raiden on Mortal Kombat. It was like everybody is just, and this power was flowing through me. And it's not only just power, it was like pure love flowing through me, just this energy of love. And I couldn't help but cry. The tears came down. My brother was on the ground just shaking. My mom saying, everybody was in the whole church was shaking, and then finally the kind of subsided. And then he gave the invitation, he said, this is what Jesus did for all humanity. He gave the altar call, so if you would like to have Jesus into your heart, and walk this way, feel this love, in your life, I want you to come up, I want you to come up here. And I was just totally drawn to it, and I ran up there, man, and I gave my heart to the Lord, and felt that, and the tears came down. And that was the first time that I experienced like real power. I couldn't deny it, even at my age, I couldn't say it was all fake, and just look around like, what's up with these people? This is all fake or whatever. I couldn't deny it because I was there, and I really felt the power, and since that day, it's been a journey, it's been a journey. As a man too, growing, we have questions about this and that, and it's a beautiful journey.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that and sharing your video. So the chat actually says there's 2 Kamalanis. So I don't know how you wanna. How should we decide which one? Should they like sing a song with you or something like?
Oh yeah, but
do
that's the best freestyle, man.
Yeah, do it with them. So here's the Kamalani. So producers, if you can pull up the Kamalanis. Oh, Megan said choose the student. Well, we'll still have fun with Kamalani, the student. So where's Kamalani? She has to work for some swag, so that's.
Oh yeah, yeah. She has like holding a coffee. I just like
yeah. Oh, that works. Cool. So I think someone was texting me that you had a writing thing for us to do.
Was it the writing?
Yeah, experiential thing for students.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got time, huh?
We got like a half hour left.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody, if you can, go grab a paper and grab a pencil or a pen, and I'm gonna go grab that as well, and we'll be back here in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right, take a 2-minute break too. If you want to stretch, go outside, see the darkness. And Supaman will lead you on a cool writing journey. Use the bathroom like Cedric said, go use the restroom, do something, grab a pen and paper, grab a snack, or grab some water. So far, so good. So it's good having Chris, Supaman, Christian takes the gun with us. Oh my goodness, that looks like Tim. That's not a cool profile picture. You got to give me some money if you're going to use that profile picture, Tim. Yeah, we should invite Kenny into this too. Yeah, because Kenny, you're a powwow dancer, aren't you? Yeah, hoop dancer. It's like bridging the cultures. So, how's that been going, Kenny?
Well, it's if y'all haven't seen the social distance powwow on Facebook, that's the place to be because we can't get together any other way. So,
yeah, I've seen one picture about when that happened and how the fancy dancer had like all his regalia on from the bottom up, and then they backed out the camera, and then he was just wearing pants underneath. So like, it's kind of cheating, but yeah, that's cool. That's you have a good story too, Kenny.
Yeah.
How about you, Cedric? Seems like you were dancing there in your box.
I just do the dad dances though, even though I'm not a dad. I learned it from my dad as like a passed down thing.
Yeah, it's a tradition now. Traditional.
It's a Platero traditional.
Traditional. You don't need any regalia, huh? Just.
Well, I have it on. It's my hoodie.
Oh, your hoodie. Okay, that's
the green hoodie.
Very, very expensive regalia there. Probably more expensive
buy it from Target.
Yeah, Target. Yeah, they're appropriating native culture everywhere. Huh? Selling regalia now at Target. And become a Platero dancer. How much do you charge for someone to teach? For you to teach them how to Platero dance?
I charge in secrets.
In secrets? like you learn their secrets and then you
gotta tell me your stories.
I don't know about that now. You want to
watch? I'll tell you some good news.
What's that person? Real awful.
I said I'll tell you some good Janae.
All right, Superman's back, so we're gonna engage in some kind of writing workshop. You're gonna teach us how to sing, Superman, or
So before I start this little workshop, I saw people love those dad jokes, so I'm gonna bust some out for you, some new ones for you guys. Okay, ready? Right-legged horse seeks left-legged horse for a stable relationship. You know, I saw a dragon the other day trying to blow his birthday candles out. Yeah, he was mad. You know, I was going to tell some jokes about pizza, but I thought they'd be too cheesy. I was right. Speaking of food, when it comes to fry bread, my wife, she's like me. She needs the dough. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week. Okay. All right. So this writing workshop, has everybody got a paper and a pencil? So this is what we're going to do. Have some time. So I want you to picture. This is what you're going to write about. You're going to picture you just going to the fair, going to a carnival or a powwow. Like you're just showing up at this powwow, and what do you smell? You know, what do you hear? What do you see? You know, so I want you to describe the best you can by writing what you see, what you smell, what you're hearing, what's going on in the best way you can. And we'll take 2-3 minutes. So go ahead. We'll go one more minute. One more minute. And stop. All right. So do we have any volunteers? Have any volunteers to read theirs? Does anybody want to read theirs? Maybe Donnie, you could pick a couple if anybody wants to read theirs.
Yeah, I assume CJ could be willing to go. He's not shy at all.
Yeah.
Just throws me in there like that. Just kidding. I tried to be poetic, so
Okay.
I hear drums and bells. I see aunties and uncles. I smell bluebird and snowcap. I feel warm and close. I taste indigenous confidence.
Round of applause, round of applause. Yes, it's good. Anybody else want to read theirs as well?
I can read mine. I see a bright sun from my memory. It glimmers and shines. I hear the cry of the drums. I place my hand on the wet earth. I smell the wet grass between my fingers. I'm sitting on the earth, on the ground with my people. I feel free.
Awesome. I like that. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. I like it. Let's try anybody else.
I can go. Delighted screams flow through the air on top of the scents of funnel cakes and apple cider. Flashing lights shine throughout the fair as your eyes dart from booth to booth, your mind not able to settle on any one thing. You find escape from reality here.
Ooh, I like that. Awesome. Awesome. Good one. Let's go with one more. Couple more.
I like Who was first?
I think you can both go. It's no problem.
Okay, who first?
You can go first.
Okay, thank you. The bright sunlight reflecting off the white plastic tents and metal rides and booths reminds me my sunglasses are still in my purse. It takes a moment of rummaging around to find them. My ears strain to pick out my family's voices amidst the clamor of the jostling crowds and the rattle of the nearby drop ride. The screams of the passengers are swift and sharp. As the world goes momentarily dark beneath my sunglasses, I catch the smell of cotton candy and funnel cake.
Sweet. I like it. Took us there. I'm getting hungry now.
Okay, mine seems kind of lame now. Everybody has such great writing. Mine's just a bunch of random words, so I'm going to describe a powwow. Smell of buckskin and fry bread, hearing the laughter of all the aunties, the smell of dust mixing in your lemonade or your Texas Twister, the singers practicing their songs, smells of sweet grass, blessing with the sounds of the bells, and stepping on the rocks in your mocks.
Oh, yeah. That's a good description right there. Good one. Good one. All right. Let's give all our people, our writers, a round of applause. That was awesome. you guys took us there, man. We're all hungry for funnel cake, and I miss powwows myself. I haven't been to a powwow since the pandemic, and so we're kind of, a lot of us powwow people are, or a lot, I guess, all our indigenous people. There's different things where we come together. Maybe it's ceremonies or whatever. Church services are, we're kind of missing that coming together in those ways. But writing for me it's actually helped me. And as an artist, when I started writing rhymes, and stuff like that, I just did it to be cool and, hip hop, and then next thing you know, like, I just shared all this personal stuff, and, kind of like there's something happens from here to here, when you're writing, your head to your, something spiritual almost, happens when you're writing. You're able to express yourself in a certain way, and it's kind of like therapy. Writing is like therapeutic for all you people out there watching, and for those of you who might not have recited your piece that you wrote. You could tell you're like, yo, I wrote this, and I kind of, it takes you there, and it's good for the soul. It's good for us to express ourselves and write things down. So this next one, I want you all to, there's two questions I want you to write down. The first question, write this question down, is, Creator, what do you think of me? Write that first question down. And the next question I want you to write down is, Creator, what are your plans for my life? What are your plans for my life? So first question is, Creator, what do you think of me? Second question is, Creator, what are your plans for my life? And now I want you all to answer those questions as if God was answering them, okay? Start with that first question, and then when you're done with that, you go to the second question. So you just answer those questions as if God was answering, was writing through you, okay? So we'll take a few minutes with that. Go for it. We'll take a little bit more time on this one so you don't have to rush around. Just relax and write. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Thirty seconds. 30 seconds. Hurry up, right real fast. Hey. All right. So the first time that I was a participant in that little exercise there, I didn't expect, I didn't expect that to be powerful or anything. It was just like, we're just doing this here. And the guy told me that once I started writing, man, and felt good. I looked at what I wrote, and man, and it was powerful. And I kept that paper for a long time. So, who wants to share theirs with us?
I will.
Go for it.
For the first question, he said, "Beloved, loved so much, he adores me. I'm his child. I'm sweet, kind, caring, compassionate." And then for the second question, it was to lead people to him. And his name has been trampled on by people who have committed horrible acts in his name. And so to clear his name, to be loved, to be passionate, vulnerability, to do hard things, but he'll be there every step of the way.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else?
I'll go. That was super loud, but anyway, it says, hold on a minute. Let me turn this down. Okay. All right. Creator, I know you love me and want me to follow and walk that red road of healing and helping others while helping myself.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Anybody else?
I could go.
Go for it.
All right. You are doing good. Don't worry, because I am with you. Focus on me and everything will become easier for you, not in the sense of problems being gone, but you will know how to face them or have peace in them. And second is for you to listen and follow where I nudge you. you to help people to come to me through kindness and to help bring Lakota culture and faith in me closer. Together, keywords help. Do not try to do it for yourself. It is a big task.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else feel like sharing theirs?
I can go.
Go for it.
Dog. Pause. Yes. Say la. I say my songs are in you, melodic words as dreams. Your prayers come to me, smoky whisper needs. I am the God who bleeds. In men's skin. For you, I love you. My plans are your prophecy. Speak, little son, and you'll know.
I like that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go with one more. Well, I think we got time for one more.
I can go, I guess.
Go for it. Oh, audio.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
My son, you were very precious to me. I created you with purpose. I gave you a love for music as well as your capacity to love more. You need to work on understanding that my love for you is everlasting. Not by words or deeds or what you did at your worst, but it is because I loved you first. Well, I only got to part one. Sorry. It just.
Awesome.
Really
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think we can all agree that it's a powerful thing, when we think about the plans that God has for us, the future and where we are and, what we mean, to God is everything, and it's, I hear a lot of unconditional, that unconditional love that the Creator has for us is amazing. It gives us confidence. It gives us a boost to be who we are, and to, walk in that walk, knowing that, man, God got my back, like God is with me, man. I'm powerful, and it's good to see that. It's good to see that and hear that, through your writing. And I know it was very powerful for a lot of you there. And, keep that paper that you wrote, man, put it somewhere, because sometimes we forget, where we're at. We lose our way sometimes. And that could be a good reminder, like, yo, check this out. Oh, okay. I remember that, man. That's true. I gotta stay on track. It's a good reminder to reflect on, what God has done. I believe when I did that exercise, I knew, like, yo, my God spoke to me in that moment. I was thinking the dude who did the exercise, like, yo, man, that was real powerful. I said, I kept that paper for a long time, and I would go back to it and kind of see what I wrote. And it was like, I was connecting again, so thank you guys for all participating in that exercise.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris, for spending the evening with us, and hopefully you can join us later on at my diner. It's like an after hours place just to hang out. I'm assuming the students might have more questions for you, whether about music or about what you do or how you broke into doing what you're doing. And I remember I talked to you a couple of years ago in Montana, how you were talking about breaking into comedy. Has that happened yet?
Oh yeah. You heard the jokes, bro. I'm just
starting. Yeah, maybe we should collaborate on an album or something. Yeah, make all these bad jokes. Someone wrote "Did your dad jokes?"
Yeah, there's you go. There's the set name right there.
Yeah. All right, we'll work on that pretty soon. We'll have something cool. All right, well, everyone give a round of applause to Chris, Supaman.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll catch Supaman later on at my diner. But right now we have announcements, and I'll let Hillary take care of that.
Yeah, not a whole lot of announcements, Donnie. Thanks again, Chris. That was amazing. So we're gonna have a second set of seminars coming up. We'll be taking a break right after you guys watch a short video. I think it was Randy who kind of talked about how you're all Indigenous theologians now, and if you think that's something you'd like to actually think about doing more of, Donnie's been part of a graduate program in Indigenous theology, and so we're going to see a little trailer video for Nate's. But after that, you'll have a break, and then it'll be your final chance to check out some seminars. We will not be having seminars tomorrow, so head on over to one of those tonight if you got it in you. I was part of Tosha Two Hearts suicide prevention this morning, which was excellent, but we've got a lot of great choices. So, and speaking of that, we just wanted to share in her seminar today, she had us all write, kind of do a share screen doodle of messages for folks that are struggling with mental and emotional suffering. So you can just enjoy that message. And just one final reminder that tomorrow you will have an opportunity to continue what we started tonight, which is kind of the open mic sharing style. Maybe something that came out of one of these prompts today that you didn't get a chance to share, but you might like to share some writing tomorrow, along with stories or songs or dances. So be prepared for that. All right. Over to the producers for the Nate's video, and then we will be taking how long's our break going to be, Donnie? Let's see here. We're at 8:35. We're going to have a break until 9, and that's when seminars will start.
Yeah. There you go. 9 Eastern.
Yeah, 9 Eastern.
So our session today is looking at the topic culture and Christian faith, or perhaps better stated, culture, Christian faith, and error, since historically indigenous cultures were not seen as cultures that could appropriately contain expressions of Christian faith.
Nate's changed the way I understand myself and how I relate to my community. My studies and relationships gifted me with a fuller picture of the Creator. Nate's offered me the transformative education that I was looking for, but didn't know I needed.
A community of people exploring what it means to walk in faith, what it means to walk out our faith, what it means to engage with the person, work, life, teaching, death, and resurrection of Jesus in a way that honors indigenous frames of reference.
All right, so I believe we're on break now, and see you guys in about 25 minutes. Don't forget to come back 9 Eastern. Cool. Well, thanks again, Chris, for hanging out. What do you got going on now?
Just being at home, doing virtual stuff like this.
Okay, you haven't traveled much?
I traveled to Dallas, that's about it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Always on your Instagram, you always show like pictures of you sitting in the plane or like